2010. It is August 20th, 2010, and I'm out filming today. I went out, and as you can see, here's a jet airliner flying across the sky, spraying some sort of chemical. Many people believe it to be barium salt mixture, possibly in the fuel tanks, or possibly the jets are outfitted with some kind of tanks and spray jets under the wings or next to the fuselage. As you can see, they crisscross back and forth across the sky. They're constantly spraying. It's August 20th, 2010, but up until now, for the past month and a half, they haven't been spraying really. It's just amazing the cloud formation that the jets can cause. Crisscrossing, here's another jet taking off in the opposite direction, also spraying across the sky. And this is Jefferson City, Missouri, and what they do is they spray all over, but they like to spray towards the north, northwest, and northeast sky, which is what I'm filming right now and looking in that direction. But they also film, spray, and I film other parts of the sky to show how much spray comes together from each jet passing. It all blends together. And this giant spray stream here that goes across the sky and across, blocking out the sun, portions of the sun, that's a combination of 3-4 jet sprays that melt together and create giant clouds. They're a milky, hazy, giant cloud that covers the sky. And you can see they crisscross, they make X's, just back and forth. And they'll spray for hours and hours. Sometimes they spray all day long, sometimes just for a few hours. But as far as I know, there's a huge fleet of these jets in the United States and across the world. There's probably, broken up in sections, there's probably an eastern section, a midwestern section, and then a western section gridded out for this either government run, military run, privately run. The military could hire out private contractors, private jet companies to do this. And as you can see, the clouds grow. The jets aren't flying, I don't believe, to be at 35,000 feet. I believe they're it's a lot less than that. I don't believe they're that high up. I believe they may be half that height, 15, 20,000 maybe at the most. But ooh, as you can see, this is just a giant cloud directly above me right now. It's just directly above me, over the city, over my apartment, over Jefferson City, Missouri. Jefferson City, Missouri is not the only place that this occurs. It happens all over the world. It's happening in Europe. It's happening here in North America. I'm sure it's happening over in Asian countries. But the deal is, as this has been going on as some kind of project, and it's a weather modification project. And what they do is they fill the sky full of jet spray, chemical mixture of some kind, and they create giant clouds to seed. Cloud seeding is basically what I believe it to be. It causes immense rainstorms, storms, thunderstorms, you name it. Now today, they're doing this. Tomorrow, it's going to rain, and it will rain 3, 4, 5 inches, just buckets of rain, because of what they're doing, because of this. It's just the sky just gets crisscrossed back and forth, all the way across from one horizon to the next. And certain portions of the sky aren't filled with the spray. There's clear parts off to the east, but this is the west direction of the sky, more towards Columbia, Missouri, and up north. Those cities, Moberly, Macon, Missouri. It's probably directly over them for sure. But see, there's our state capital, and they're spraying in the northerly direction, pretty much. Today was just lots and lots of spraying, pretty much all day. It's kind of getting into the evening right now. It's about 5 o'clock, and they've just decided to unleash. I mean, there it's dripping and oozing. Little wind currents pick it up, and it oozes and blends and melts together and forms these clouds. Form clouds all day long, just huge clouds. It'll milk up the entire sky as soon as they all blend together. And this is a giant one here. There's a giant cloud above me right now. And up to the north, see that? That's all milky, white, milky haze. That is not normal clouds. This is all not natural. It's all man-made. It's all from the jets. Those are not real, naturally occurring clouds. And then here it's clear. You go to the northwest direction. Just tons and tons of spraying. Giant, just huge clouds just form after the jets crisscross back and forth. The Midwestern section could have as many as 20, 30 jets. I guess it's just a theory, but 20, 30 jets passing by all day long. They can crisscross back and forth across the Midwest in a matter of a few hours and do it all day. And as you can see, that's what they do. They're modifying the weather. That's why in recent times we've had so much rain, so much flooding all over the world. Not just here in the United States, all over the world. Just flooding, rains, massive storms. Just think about it. Think about what's going on. Ask yourself why. Why the flooding? Sure, there's natural rain. Sure, there's natural weather. Of course there is. You know, I'm not going to say that there's not going to naturally be flooding. Of course there is. But it's intensified. It's more and more. And it rains 4, 5, 6 inches at a time, at least. Because of this right here, this cloud seeding, the jet spray, the weather modification, the blocking out of the sun, just huge cloud formations all the time. And like I said, today, right now, they just started. They've started spraying heavily today, and they had actually taken a break for a month and a half or so. I hadn't seen them really spraying that much. But today is a heavy spray. And tomorrow is going to unleash tons and tons of rain from clouds like this. Clouds form just like this. Massive clouds in the sky from the jet spray. It's a chemical mixture. Could be in the jet fuel. Could be they have pressurized tanks in the cockpit of these jets. But man, they've got it down. They've mastered it. It was in an experimental stage, I believe, for at least 10 years. Then, like I said, they started really trying in the late 80s, early 90s. Ever since I can remember, since 2000, the early 2000s, 2005, they've really been spraying heavily since 2005. The last 5, maybe even 6 years, it's just nonstop spraying continuous almost.